In this video, I want to go over the best method for finding generational recruits in college football 25. I believe in every single draft class you have generational recruits. Now, sometimes they come in as a 5-star and it's easy to identify. Sometimes they come in as a 3-star. Sometimes they come in as a 1-star. But in every single class, I think there's a handful. So in this video, we're going to show you the best method just to go in and check. It could be a simple 5-second check to see if you have any generational recruits where you just don't have to scour the whole entire recruiting class to find them. If you want to do that. But there is some ways to just quickly identify, do I have one or two? If y'all enjoy the content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all boys. Appreciate the support on the ebook. We about to go crazy when CFB 26 drops in 40 days at this point. Follow me on Twitter for any updates. I will be dropping updates as they post content and they drop trailers. Check me out on Twitter. Alright, so let's get into the video. So first of all, a generational recruit. What is that in the game? I believe that's when you have a player that has stats that they typically don't. You get a power rusher that comes in with elite speed. You get a safety, a run support safety comes in with 95 plus speed. That's generational. You rarely see that. 6'6" wide receivers. Generational type stuff. Perfect skill caps on a player, or you get a power back with 95 plus speed. I'm sure y'all all seen that at this point. I believe those are like generational type players. So the first one I want to go over that's easy to identify when you have one in your class, go at them every single time, man. And generational don't mean they have to be a gem. Sometimes they'll be a normal development. Sometimes they might even be a bust. But if you still get this guy, go at them every single time. So it's going to be the wide receiver, and it's going to be the physical athlete wide receiver that comes in 6'6". I only seen them as 5-stars. I seen two of them personally. I had one on my Dynasty, on my Temple Dynasty, best player on my team day one. And the crazy part about him, I kept him at receiver because we need a receiver. If we would have moved him over to defense, corner, or safety, think about that. You have a 6'6" safety or corner that could cover. That's going to be 80 plus overall day one when he step on campus. And he had like 95 speed. 95 speed, bro. Some of these guys will come in with 99 speed. The only thing is they're super rare. We're looking at the receivers here, and you see all the 4-stars. The tallest receiver you'll see is 6'5". 5-stars, we only had 3 of them, and none of them was 6'6". 3-stars, you still don't get any 6'6" receivers, man. I'm going to sim a couple recruiting classes and see if I could find one. It's rare, man. It's rare, but it's worth checking your class every single year just to see, do I have a 6'6" receiver? Super quick for you just to look and see, and if you have one, go after them. And this leads to my next point, man. Like every recruiting class, also just check other positions. And height is a pretty good way to see if you have anything out of the ordinary. Like if you get a 6'9" O-lineman, your left and right tackles, sometimes they'll come in at 6'8". That's usually the max height. Sometimes you'll get 6'9". If you have a 6'9" offensive lineman, that's probably generational. We got a 6'8" 5-star O-lineman right tackle. I added him to the board, stuff like that, because he could be generational. We'll see, man. We'll see what his skill caps look like, all of that. But just go through, look at height, see if anything outside the norm. Also, someone said this, and I don't have no factual data behind it, but y'all let me know if y'all believe this in the comments. The guys that's usually gems are taller. And and that don't mean you can't have a short king that still become a gem or a great player. But from what I've seen a lot, it seemed like more taller players and sometimes players that weigh more are gems more often than the other way around. Smaller, shorter players. I think about the route running receiver, man. The 5'6" route running receiver, 5'7". I rarely see those guys as gems. But whenever I see a 6'2" route running receiver, for me, they're usually gems. 6'2", 6'1", when I get them tall route running receivers, they're usually the gems, man. So just go through your recruiting class, look at heights, and if you just see anything out the norm, like we have a 6'5" outside linebacker, and he's the only one at the 4-star level. Look at the 3-stars. It's a lot more 3-star linebackers than there is 4-stars. We still don't have a 6'5" outside linebacker. So that tells me he might be a generational type guy because we don't have anything else like that, man. And like I said, like I explained earlier, generational to me means just something that's not ordinary in this game, because I don't know if the game actually programmed to have just generational recruits, but it's I think it's randomized. So sometimes we'll get these random stuff where you get the 6'6" receiver that's, an absolute dog, or you get the 6'5" outside linebacker that could be an absolute dog. So we add him to the board, and we'll look at him in a second. We have him scouted. We see he's already a gem, but this is a perfect example. Go through every recruiting class and just look to see if anything looks weird, anything looks outside the ordinary with height, and you can also do it with weight. If you have a player that's super high on the weight end, well, and this guy right here, he's 6'5", and he's also the heaviest in the recruiting class or for the outside linebackers by a good margin. You might also want to check the lowest weight. That could also be useful, so just go through, look at linebackers. The tallest linebacker is 6'3" for middle linebacker. Unfortunately, we cannot scout him because his deal breaker is staying close to home, so we're not able to see if he's going to be a generational type guy, but that is interesting. 6'3" is the tallest middle linebacker. You look at corners, your only tall cornerbacks when it comes to 6'3" is going to be zone. Now, that means if you do get a man corner or a slot corner coming in at 6'3", that's probably generational, because you see here, only the zone corners are getting this tall in height when it comes to recruiting classes. I guess that's the way the game usually programmed it. And also with the slot corners, most of these slot corners, the tallest you're getting is 6'1". So when you do get one that might be 6'2", 6'3", could be a generational one. And we have one 6'1" slot corner here. The rest of them are going to be 6 foot and under for the slot corners. So we might even want to add that 6'1" guy and see if he has any potential to be generational. Let's go ahead and add him as well. And then safeties, I think it's the biggest sleeper. And because I'll show y'all here in a second, I found an absolutely generational 5-star safety, man. And I feel like I found a lot of very good safeties. And I don't know who programmed the game to be this way with the 5 stars. So this is the 5 stars. Why do we have 1, 2, 3, 4? Why do we have 6 5-star safeties? 6 5-star safeties. And this is just free safety. Come over here to strong safety. We have another. We have 7 5-star safeties. And maybe because I'm a realistic guy, something about that don't sit right with me. But having 7 5-star safeties is insane. What I have here is 2025 recruiting class. So this is all the players that just committed to and just got to campus for their universities. You obviously got Bryce Underwood. We have 1 safety in as a 5-star. Scrolling down, we have 2 safeties. And we get in a third. Nope, just 2 safeties as a 5-star, man. There's no way we should have 6. 7 is so many safeties to have as 5 stars, man. Use them somewhere else, man. Safety is not that valuable of a position, but is what it is. All right, let's come over here to my Rutgers team, and I brought in 22 5 stars with this team. I was doing the challenge to see how many 5 stars I could bring with Rutgers. I ended up bringing in 22, and I brought in a couple safeties. And we happened to bring in this guy who has 99 speed as a freshman at safety. Okay, that's not that crazy if he's a hybrid. We brought in 2 99 speed safeties, one hybrid, the other one is a zone. Let me tell y'all why this is generational, because you don't see this coming out of high school for zone safeties, man. You see them come in as 97, you rarely see 99. And then you come in here, press triangle on them, elite development, 5-star with no skill caps. This is a generational safety, man. No skill caps on this man. Perfect player. 99 speed, and it somehow could get better. Quickness could go up also. I mean, this is a guy you got to start day one. Hit power 80 for a zone safety. We'll take that. 71 on the tackling. Like, just good across the board. Good at everything. Man coverage even in. Not a terrible spot. And then just to prove to y'all, we'll look at all the safeties in the nation, and we can just look at the speed. And day one, he is the fastest safety. Both our safeties are the fastest safeties in the league. Day one, when they step on campus, your next highest is 97 speed zone safety. Like I said, you do get some of these safeties coming in with these zone safeties coming in at 97 speed. It's rare, but you do get it sometimes. But having a 99 speed one is crazy. Look at strong safety, and we do have a 99 speed one, hybrid. Hybrid safeties usually come in faster, the fastest safeties in the game. So to get a 99 speed one out of high school, generational. But I was able to identify that as soon as I scouted him, because I seen 99 speed zone safety. Oh, that's generation. I identified that instantly. And also, he obviously had a gym. He was, I knew he was going to be a great player. We had to get him, brought him in, and now he's going to be a guy. Too bad this is just an experiment dynasty. I don't actually play with this file. So back over here to our Georgia file where we had that 6'5" outside linebacker. Remember, he was the only 6'5" outside linebacker, and he also was the biggest, strongest. And we have him scouted. He's a gym, of course. And let's look at his attributes, man. He's going to come in with 85 speed as a pass rushing outside linebacker. Good strength, good power moves. We're going to bring him on campus. I want to see how good he's actually going to be. So we're going to make sure we bring him in. I also added that only 6'1" slot corner as a 4-star. It's probably 3 stars out there. But we added him. I want to bring him in as well. And he insta-committed to us, so we love that. Speed is not amazing, but as expected, he is 6'1", but we'll see how he looks. So we already went off about having 7 5-star safeties in the class, but I just want to show y'all how they actually look and compare them to the 99 speed safeties that we seen in the other build or the other dynasty, the Rutgers one. And here we have a 5-star hybrid safety, 94 speed, run support 5-star, 89. Zone, the rest of them going to be zone, 93 speed, 93 speed, 93 speed, and 89 speed. You see, and none of these are busts, but also none of these guys are gems, but none of them are coming close to that 99 speed that we seen with the other guys in the other file, and that's how you could tell these guys are generational. Even looking at the strong safety, also a 5-star, he has 94 speed. Now, unfortunately, none of these guys were gems. That's super unfortunate. Out of all 7 of them, none gems. But you see the speed difference and how good these guys are actually coming in compared to the other guys. Another method is sometimes look at the #1 player in the nation. If it's like a weird position, I think sometimes they be generational. For example, that safety we brought in, that zone 99 speed safety we keep talking about, he was the #1 player in the nation, and he just turned out to be generational. So if you notice that the #1 player is not a quarterback, if he's like a center, that might be a generational center. If he's like a middle linebacker, a corner, like if it's one of the positions that typically don't have #1 players, definitely look into it, man. He might just be generational. And if you ever get the athlete middle linebacker as a 5-star, go after him. That's damn near a generational player every single time, man. Go after him. I don't care if he's a bust, gem, go after him. You can move him anywhere and he'll be a star. 5-star, you rarely see it, man. I wish it was more of them in the game. I feel like it's less than 1 every 10 because look here, we only have 4 of them as 4-stars, man. Athlete middle linebackers. It's just not that many of them in each class. You look at 3-stars, there'll be a lot more. You'll have pretty much 10, 15 down there, a lot more. But them 4 and 5-star athlete middle linebackers, rare. Go after them at all costs. And also I want to talk about your athlete scrambling quarterbacks. They also could be generational. You have to find them. It's a bunch of different archetypes. I know it's a athlete scrambler, but it's a bunch of different builds within that athlete scrambler. You'll get some of these athlete scramblers that come in with low speed. They could only play quarterback. You get some of them come in with high speed. They could play defense, wide receiver. Some of them come in with even higher speed, and they supposed to play running back in my head. When you move them to running back, they overall jumps up, especially if you get them as like a 5-star. Sometimes they'll jump up to an 85 overall running back and only be like a 78 overall quarterback. So in that situation, you damn near looking at a generational player because you're getting an 85 overall freshman. You know, you rarely ever see that, man. Y'all let me know, what's the highest overall freshman y'all have seen? What's the highest overall, man? And when I'm asking that question, without the tactician boost, I don't want no tactician boost. The boost, the overall in the top right corner, what's the highest y'all seen? I'll probably say 86, 85, somewhere in that range is the highest I've seen, and that was from an athlete 5-star middle linebacker. So National Signing Day, I signed everyone I went after, man. We have 21 5-stars, 3 4-stars in this class, and importantly, we did sign that 3-star or that 4-star 6'5" linebacker. I'm interested to see what his overall comes in at, and the good part about this, we're now able to see development traits and also their overall. And our linebacker elite development trait. Come on, man. Come on, man. The method works. The method works. 6'5" linebacker, only 6'5" outside linebacker in the class, has elite development trait. We'll also look at his skill caps and everything. But a lot of these guys are elite stars. I mean, we signed all 5-stars. You're always going to get a lot of elite developments. And we got a perfect example of the athlete scrambling quarterback. When you bring him in as an athlete, you see 79 overall at quarterback. You click X on him to move his position. He turns into an 84 overall running back, man. If you want to play him at running back, do that. He could play receiver, 79 overall receiver, man. 79 overall quarterback. I love these archetypes because they do everything on offense that you need, man. Only thing I wouldn't put him at tight end because he turned to vertical threat, which is one of the worst archetypes in the game. Right next to the hybrid safety. So anything but vertical threat on offense you could put him at, man. Whether you need running back or receiver, whatever, quarterback, you could move those guys there. But all athlete scrambling quarterbacks, like I mentioned, they don't come in the same. Some of them will come in with low speed and they can only play quarterback. I don't even know why they consider athletes. The only 5-star 6'8" O lineman in the class we brought in. He comes in 78 overall in that top right corner. You come look at him, elite development, 5-star. Great skill caps, phenomenal player. You know, only thing is his pass block finesse is low. He's a power archetype, that's expected, but a very, very good player here. Could be a day one starter, but max height. Max height. Listen, that's all I'm saying. Let's look here. We got another max height D lineman. We didn't talk about him at all, but we brought him in. He was a 5-star. Wasn't even a gym. Wasn't a gym, just normal. Wasn't a bus, wasn't a gym. 6'6", max height for D-line. He comes in 78 overall. Come look at him, 5-star elite development. Come on, man. Skill caps, amazing. Amazing skill caps for a player like this, man. Listen, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying it sure looks like, for me, the taller players and also the players that usually weigh a little bit more than that archetype typically produces, I think they be the best players. I'm just saying, man, they seem to be the elite development players. And we have our other example here, our outside linebacker, Pat, who we already know has elite development. He's a 6'5", the only 6'5" outside linebacker in the entire class. He's a power rusher, and he's a 4-star elite development. Come look at them skill caps. Come on, man. He has 4 total skill caps. 4 total skill caps. Another amazing player. The skill caps, this pass rushing skill cap, this is unfortunate because this is what he's good at, but it's unfortunate he has some skill caps there. It'd be much better if the skill caps was like in quickness, something that really don't matter as much, as he already has 85 speed as a pass rusher. Like, damn. But phenomenal player regardless. Another guy that's max height who comes in with elite development trait and good skill cap. And last player, another max height safety, 6'2", and obviously it was 7 5-star safeties. We brought in all of them, but let's look at them, man. Elite development on them. That's all I'm saying, man. Elite development. You look at the skill caps, one skill cap, man. All I'm saying is just look at the height, weight a little bit more. I think it might be something there. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, man. Might be something there. And just to show you guys the height, the max height for these safeties, the zone safety is pretty much 6'2", and we're going here looking at the 3 stars. Look at the 2 stars also. You see pretty much 6'2" the max height. And you look at the 4 stars. In this next recruiting class, we have a 6'3" run support safety. And I just want to add him to the board, see if he is going to be any good. We also can check free safeties. 6'1" is the max height for 5 stars, 4 stars. We do have another 6'3" guy as a run support. But zone safeties, the max height is looking like it's 6'2". Look at the 3 stars. You have a couple more, but they're all run support. You don't get any of the hybrid or zone safeties at 6'3". So that guy we just showed you, he was a max height zone safety. He ends up coming in with the crazy skill caps and then also the crazy development trait as his elite. And I just want to look at these max height guys real quick. Quick and 90 speed on both of these run support safeties. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad. That's kind of what you gotta expect. You gotta accept with these run support safeties. They're gonna be slow. Point is, man, I hope y'all learned something about the generational guys and also kind of how to find them. Maybe lean a little bit more into that height and weight. I feel like we ignored that all year. And someone made the comment a couple videos ago that you said height and weight don't matter. I'm saying it don't matter for O and D line. From my experience, we did a test for receiver and corner, and it definitely matters for receivers and corners. Guys that's catching balls over top of each other, no diddy, it matters. But we did a whole rebuild with quarterbacks only. So our whole O-line, D-line with quarterbacks, and I did not feel any difference. We obviously had players develop, have good strength, and we was able to push other O linemen, other D linemen, and we did not feel like a liability having 180 pounders on the O and D line, and we won the national championship with it. If y'all want to see that video, I'll make sure to link it at the end of the video. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all boys. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Twitch. We probably gonna do some live streaming this weekend, finish off that series, and we on to the next one.